YouTube? It's Mile with the Mats time. A little late for episode 180.
Woohoo!
So, there we go, 180. So, as always, I'm Matt, and in the box.
And I'm Matt.
There we go, right down there. We are joined by Future George, Julian, who is heavily into his photo etch right now, Corey, the Core Bear, and the man from the undisclosed bunker somewhere in St. Louis County, Grant Martin, is in the house.
Woohoo!
They're the not quite ready for prime time players.
Exactly. Here we are tonight.
Somebody just dated themselves.
I'm not even that old. That was just the better years of SNL.
Yes, it was. You figured this. SNL had to bring back David Spade and Dana Carvey.
Yeah, they did the
Did the
church
radio
lady bit last weekend.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
funny.
Isn't that bad?
All right. Where are you? Where are you, YouTubes? Well, let's see. Before I get in here, let's see. Wanted to let everybody know. So I was nominated as a director at IPMS Gateway.
Congratulations!
Yeah, it's me and 4 other guys. They basically assist the president and vice president in anything going along with the club and stuff like that. So Julian is also nominated as well.
Correct.
Now, along with our buddy Scott. He hasn't been on lately, but he was nominated along with, let's see, Bob Delaney.
Awesome.
So of those, let's see, 4 of the guys are Mile with the Mats people. And, of course, Marion was nominated to be vice president. So, or no, not vice president.
He was president.
He was president. He was nominated for, what was it? I know he threw his hat in the ring for something. Oh, Scott was also nominated for president and vice president. And along with Bill.
You can't win both.
All right. So along with Bill Wagner, he was also nominated for president too. So all people who support and give love to Mile with the Mats. So
It's obviously good luck to invest in modeling with the Mets for the next 5 years. Good luck with that.
right. So, but I did in my little bio, I did give a shout out to Mile with the Mats. Let's see, and it says let's see. Matt Huckelman and friend Matt Wells host Mile with the Mats on Wednesday nights on their online build sessions. That has over 400 subscribers on YouTube. So
Pretty cool.
I heard my name. I wasn't paying attention.
oh, you got a shout out in my bio that they wrote up for me. As
Oh, nice.
you and I are the Mile with the Mats. So I thought that was kind of pretty cool.
I'm standing steam lines out of seats.
Oh, okay. You're indisposed at this current time.
Well, I mean, no more than usual.
There we go. There's where the YouTube went. Hey, Grissy Goose! Leo! How you doing, sir? Good job tonight at the concert. All right. What am I going to work on now?
delivered my commission job yesterday.
Nice. Did they love it?
Yeah, they got a the car they're trying to do is their dad's like race car that he built, and it has special lettering and decals on it that they just could not source, figure out. So they're gonna hand paint them on themselves. So I demanded a picture of it after they did that.
Okay. Oh, let's work on some things, right?
But if that wasn't a commission job, I would have chucked it across the room on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, the final assembly just did not work. The windshield was in the way, and there was nothing I could do about it. So I ended up trying to modify the glass so it would fit better, and it just made it worse. And I just got fed up with it.
So it almost bit the dust, huh?
Yeah, if it were one I was making for my own personal collection, it would not be getting entered anywhere ever.
Anybody gotten
Yeah,
anything in the mail recently? Not doesn't have to be model related.
What do you mean?
Anybody gotten anything
Think he's
exciting
implying
in the
Christmas?
mail? Something they were looking for?
Yes.
Congratulations.
I got this today.
What's
What is
that?
that?
It is called Neurogum.
Oh, I've heard of those.
Yeah, and checked it out with my doc before I ordered it. He goes, "Yeah, it works." So,
What's it do?
it is an L-thiamine supplement. So L-thiamine with a little bit of caffeine helps improve memory. Cause I'm old and I forget crap, and then it gets rid of brain fog. So it helps with your memory and makes you more focused.
I could use that right about now.
Not like an Alzheimer's thing, or?
Well, dementia does go in my family, but I just think it's some of the other stuff that I'm dealing with is affecting it. You know,
Gotcha.
the BP can get like the other day, like earlier this week, I didn't sleep for like 3 days.
What?
And I tried to lay down. I had been taking my medicine. My brain just wouldn't shut off. Had to call Doc. Doc told me to double up on my trazodone one day and see if you can do that. And what I found out is, well, since things have happened, not to get all into that again, but I have fallen out of my normal routine. So I have been just kind of floating around, and so last night I went to bed at 9, got up at 5, and the first thing I did, I jumped out and made my bed and took my shower, and I'm trying to get back on that routine and get that done.
Is your blood pressure up, Corey?
With my medication, no.
Because that generally happens after an event like yours. I had it happen to me for like 6 months or so, elevated blood pressure.
Yeah, if I don't take my meds, then my blood pressure is triple digits on both sides.
Yeah.
But when I take my medicine, like I'm supposed to, my BP is it's still moderately high, but you have to affect that, I am 452 pounds. So my blood pressure, like when I took it this morning, was 134/80. Which is actually pretty good for me. Hey, Chris!
Mine is.
Hey, Gavin!
Gavin, too.
Hi.
Hey, Gavin!
Dang.
Sorry, guys. I've been at the hospital all day.
You okay?
What?
Oh, I'm fine. My mother just delivered her third child. I have a new sister.
Awesome! Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Thank you. It's been
Eh.
a long 26 hours.
Wow.
What a trooper.
And the name is? You are live
The
on
name is
YouTube
Mallory.
now. What is it?
Mallory Elizabeth.
Mallory.
Mallory Elizabeth. Nice.
Beautiful name. Beautiful name. Classic name. Very
Middle
classic.
name is after.
Do you guys have a
um,
social
our
security
grandma.
number yet? Oh, sorry.
That's funny.
No,
Soon.
she won't be able to draw it anyway. It'll be gone by then.
Yeah.
Thanks for contributing for the rest of us, right?
She just missed out on voting, right?
Yeah.
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 That's funny too.
That's funny.
Well, again, deeply congratulations, and let your mother know we said congratulations from the Modeling with the Mats team.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you know what we do expect,
Here we
Gavin?
go. Modeling with the Mats onesie.
Yes!
Modeling with the Mats onesie.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? If he gets one to order, I'll buy Gavin one for his kid.
Adult size one for Corey, maybe.
Well, she's growing so fast right now. She's just hit 7 months. Already got a mouthful of teeth, and we're starting to get some words and a lot of attitude. So, yep, she's definitely going to be a Phillips.
So like all those important words like roll for initiative.
Well, she's going to be a gamer kid. I told you what they got her for a rattle, right?
No.
She's got 2 rattles. One's a shield, one's a sword.
Nice.
And she loves her sword rattle. And she whips it around like a barbarian.
I thought it was gonna be a little mace with a D20 on it.
That would be cool. See, now I should have got. I'm thinking I should have got that for her for Christmas, but I did something different for Christmas this year. Well, this is her first Christmas, so I had to be the good grandpa and make sure that I can find the. I bought her the loudest toy I found that was at the store, and then I got most of it. I got to get the playpen yet. But I found a ball pit that you can set up at your house.
Nice.
Nice.
And something for the little kid, you know. Think about it, man. If I could have had a ball pit when I was little, oh my goodness.
Lost my
I'd
mind.
have done the whole bazooka thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris is on now too. Hey, Chris.
How's it going, man?
Hey.
Chris!
Another day in paradise.
What's that?
Another day in paradise.
Yes, it is.
Oh, but Matt,
Yeah.
your
Here's my-
paradise
here's
is
my- Here's
your
my
paradise got paradisier.
palette cleansing kit that I'm building tonight.
Wow.
Wow.
The sea view.
Ooh.
Not many parts, no decals.
Whoa.
Right. I spend more time painting up this little stand with all the sea life on it than I will the actual model.
So, Chris, you say sea life. You're gonna make it do a diorama?
It has this little stand, and
Yeah.
there's like some things on there. But I'm gonna paint it up as best I can. All the urchins and stuff on there,
So you watch that show, right?
Like that.
Oh, hold on.
Show, right?
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
We're getting a lot of inner.
You've watched that show, right? Where the
Yes, when I was a kid.
You know, in the closing credits, how they got that painting of the sea view kind of rising through with the background of all the seaweed and stuff.
Yeah.
I've got a sea view. I want to make that into a diorama. That.
Yeah, I think they make 3 different models. This is the 1 through 50 scale. It was like $20 or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's about what I got. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's another one and a bigger one. So
Yeah,
then
the next size up. Sorry. Pardon?
They make the mini size as well.
You were
Hey,
saying?
Grant.
Sorry.
Grant,
Yeah.
what are you going to use to suspend the submarine while you pour the resin?
I was gonna kind of a 2-stage thing. I was gonna pour like the 1/4 inch, and then just hold the sub in it, and then fill it up later on.
Gotcha.
It's nothing extravagant. I'm just trying to get my first hands on with rosin and doing that whole stuff, that whole series of learning curves involved.
There's some great YouTube videos out there with people doing that where they have like depth charges inside there. And...
Oh yeah, you saw the one where the guy cut the sub in half and then put in the LEDs and that was like whoa.
And it's like a depth charge busting the sub in half. And it's
Yeah,
all something.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's cool.
It's very cool.
So yeah, you're right. How you suspend that stuff? That's the trick.
You even have a little shark in there too, I think.
Yeah, use Q-tips.
Oh, that's
I like
crazy.
You all
I think I'm
going
gonna
to
start. Oh, what's up?
I went to Hobby Lobby today, and it was 40% off day,
What?
and I didn't buy anything.
Oh no!
Good for
Is it
you.
40% off tomorrow?
40%
It might be.
off tomorrow. So tomorrow's only going to be about 14 hours long.
Let's say,
I mean,
Gavin,
is it a
you need to go
sale?
back to the
How
hospital.
long
I
is
don't
there
think you're
taking
feeling
that time
well.
off the workday?
Ooh.
Well,
Is there nothing that you bought?
Tiffany sent me a message today. She's working with a new firm called CT. It's called Caring Transitions. It's for people who need to like downsize their house and stuff like that. And
Cool.
they do like estate sales, but you're still alive. And she said, she said there's the model kit's up for auction. I was like, oh, so she sent me pictures of it. It's the Revell monogram printing of the P61 Black Widow. And the other one is the 148 PBY Catalina that I have currently on my shelf down here that is gigantic, that doesn't fit in my spray booth right now. And the current bid for it is $1, or no, it was $0. And I said, well, the fit for the PBY and with that, that's about the right price for it.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a reason those two are left.
Yes. Then I looked at it and was like, oh my god, no, oh, it burns.
Kill it with fire.
No, it'll just come back.
Put it straight in the sprue recycling bin.
Yep.
Hobby stores. Yeah.
Melt her down and build something useful out of it.
I think the only thing in the world that's forever is fruitcake and those 2 kits, right?
Yes.
Oh, I can't stand fruitcake.
Yeah, fruitcake's a better buy.
I've never had fruitcake.
It's
Me
not
either.
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm the
I
anomaly.
think
I like
yeah,
fruitcake
like-
as long as it doesn't have stupid nuts in it.
Well, yeah, that would kill you.
Yeah.
Basically, from what I hear, it's the dessert version of meatloaf, and so I'm steering away.
Yeah, that's a fair
Yeah, I never
assessment.
thought about putting ketchup on fruitcake.
Hey, why?
Meatloaf.
Might make it better.
You might eat it in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah. Oh
Even
yeah.
then, I don't know.
I don't know.
As a
Listen,
as
if
a
it-
resident zombie guy, no. I will just let the zombies eat me.
If it comes
I
down to
do.
eating fruitcake, man, I'm just gonna take myself out and give someone else some more supplies, man. Because at that point, why even bother?
This
Well,
ain't
see-
life.
It's got to be the right kind of fruitcake. Like my buddy, his mom used to make it, and she would start making the fruitcake for Christmas, like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So she would bake it, and then every day, or once a week, would pour a cup of rum over it.
Yeah.
So by
Okay,
I mean,
now
anything
this
will
sounds a
taste
lot
good if
more
you're
interesting.
plastered.
Yeah.
so by Christmas time, it had 2 bottles of rum over it.
Holy cow.
Yes.
Rum sponge.
That's a whole different animal there.
See?
Yeah,
Sounds
all of
like a
sudden
lot of
fruitcake's
money.
starting to sound pretty good.
So how, can I
Yes,
convince
I
you
would like
on
to
fruitcake
slice
now?
my alcohol and eat it, please.
Say that again, man?
You have to drink before you have the fruitcake, right?
Sure.
I mean, the first bite's a little tough to get down, but after that, you're so damn intoxicated, you could just eat the whole cake. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just started off with that bourbon and
That's a
eggnog.
waste of good rum.
Oh, I can't stand eggnog either.
I like eggnog, but it's got to be a certain brand.
Yep.
Oh man.
Me too.
Eggnog's the best.
I'm fine with the egg part. I just don't trust the nog.
Oh.
I saw a
Fancy
recipe,
nog.
and it said it claimed it was George Washington's eggnog recipe, but it had like it was made for a big rest batch. It had like a bottle of bourbon, 2 bottles of brandy in this batch. It had like 6 bottles of liquor in this batch of eggnog. I'm like, damn.
That's not
If you
eggnog.
ever get a
That's just,
chance,
a Long Island.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance on YouTube, look up Alton Brown and his eggnog recipe.
Good eats.
Oh yeah, Good Eats is awesome.
Good eats was the show, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I still watch him from the Quiche Kitchen, where him and his wife are now doing the show
Yeah,
from his kitchen.
yeah, I've seen a couple. I've watched a couple of those streams. Those are pretty good.
I like it because he doesn't have to deal with sponsors.
Yeah.
So unlike the show where he was doing crisp rice puffs, he was like, no, these are Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I used to watch let's see, Cake Boss, and they're like, these are cereal treats. I'm like, that's Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
just can't
just
say
not
it.
fair.
And that's a bad thing because.
Man, that was
You guys are making me hungry.
Well, there was a picture from the Chiefs game on Sunday. It was Chris Jones, and he was drinking out of a undisclosed beverage container, and everybody's like, he was drinking a 40 on the sideline.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was a home game? Is that the one that had the doink for the division?
Yes, the doink for the
Yeah.
division.
And you gotta love your all the KC haters. We saw the referees move the goalpost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the doink went in. Just guys gotta know that there's a higher power at work here.
Well, I wish that higher power would allow him to win by a couple more points.
A
No,
win
they want you
is
to
a
have
win
high blood pressure.
by 1 or 100. What's funny is, because I don't know the kicker, But
I don't know.
he would have either been the hero or the goat, the sacrificial goat.
Yeah.
Zero. The
Hero
hero.
to zero. Zero, my hero.
Here goes my hero.
What's the nasty?
Oh.
And then when you find out what that song's about, you're like, oh my.
So that thing that happens in January at the club, is it?
Uh-huh.
Are there vendors there?
Not real vendors, but just other members that want to, thin out their stash or whatever.
Gotcha.
You want to sell their crap
Yeah.
so they can buy other crap.
And
One
then,
man's crap. Yeah.
Another,
I'm
one
saying
man's crap is another man's crap.
Yeah.
my crap is stuff, and your stuff is crap.
Yeah. I might want somebody else's crap.
Yeah.
Just depends.
Well, we're on YouTube Live, aren't we?
yes, we are.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I don't think that works against TOS. I think you're good.
Well, I think don't you have like students that watch this? I want to keep it pretty G.
Yeah. One
Yeah, I
person's
do.
garbage is another person's garbage.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, there is not
Corey,
a spot for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
which
I
kid?
got done with tiny decals, and I didn't swear.
What was that, George?
I was just
I
gonna
just
ask.
got done with some tiny decals, and I didn't swear.
Nice job.
Deck holes or decals?
Who's doing the F-35?
Decals depends on the day and my mood.
Future George.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
I'll
you from
never
Australia,
call them stickers.
right?
And George, you keep trying to ask me something. What's up?
I just want to know what kit your Blackbird is. What
It is
What scale? Look cool.
172,
Wow.
and it's mini craft.
Oh.
Wow, you must be
This
big.
is the one that Jim Lore bought me.
It looks,
the
it
show.
looks like a 144 to me. You must be like 6 foot plus.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a small person. But Matt's taller than me. Matt's taller than me.
That's awesome.
I'm just as wide as he is tall.
So can you show us again? Show us the Blackbird. if you
Show
got
the
it.
box. Yeah, show it and the box.
Yeah. Which manufacturer is it?
Here, hold on. Mini craft.
Oh, Minicraft. Yeah, okay. I thought it might have been the. Do you mean Academy or Minicraft? Was it like an older boxing?
Boom, boom, boom.
Hasegawa. It's the old
Hasegawa.
Yeah, Hasegawa. Awesome. Yeah.
This is a mini craft.
Yeah, from like the early 80s maybe.
Yeah, mini craft
And-
Hasagawa.
I did. Did you know that we were talking about that blue thing, Matt? When I was looking at the blue, the thing was saying that the paint's supposed to be blue.
Uh-huh.
I didn't look on the box. It's actually blue.
Oh.
Yeah, I disagree.
I agree. I totally believe you. I totally agree with you. Because I've never seen a blue SR-71.
Yeah. So Corey, you
Even
missed
the
out on this.
Aurora's flat pack. What's
you,
that?
You missed out on this the other day. I ventured a little into the dark side. From Matt 3 got me this kit.
Oh yeah.
So you're getting in a Gundam.
I tried it. It was
Team
different.
together good?
It was good. No fit issues. Limited seam lining. Yeah, and it's posable.
They're good models.
Yeah. Now, after doing it,
No cursing involved.
I feel there was limited cussing. There was a little bit lost in translation where I used my Google Translate app to be like, okay, it's in Japanese. What is this saying? And it was like, remove this part and save for later. I was like, okay, I can do that. And he gave me an action stand on it so I can pose them all different ways and all that. The only problem is that the way it's held, it's right up the crotch. And then it also comes with a little airplane. So the airplane on it is 1/144 scale.
Cool.
So there it is on the base, and that's how big the model is compared to a 1/144 scale aircraft. So these things are gigantic in real life. Fake
Oh,
real
they're
life.
real? Where can I go see them at?
Yeah, in fake real life.
No, there's one in Japan. Like full size Gundam. You
What?
guys all
I'm
seen that?
looking this up.
Yeah.
right now.
Cool.
It's like 3 stories tall, and it comes out of a building. And
And it moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
now, if you want to impress me, make a full-size SDF-1
Yeah.
in transform mode.
Ah.
Do you guys think the U.S. government would be upset if I put together a 1-to-1 M3 or M1 Abrams in my garage?
Be okay as long as it doesn't have a gun on it.
Yeah.
Or you get the federal permit and have the gun.
Well, yeah. Actually, a $200 tax stamp for that, man. That'd be worth.
It's not a short barrel rifle.
It's gonna cost you a couple $100,000.
Say, Julian, you live in South City. An M1 tank is the size of your garage.
Yeah.
I would argue larger
Okay.
if I had a garage. I only have a carport.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it together. I'll put it in my grandpa's garage.
We've
What is
got
that?
plenty of space in Franklin County for you to hide it.
I was gonna say, I had a South
Put it
City
on my
garage.
front lawn. What are you gonna do? The tank.
I had a South City 2-car garage. Yes, you could get 2 cars in it. Could you close the door? Probably not.
I mean, open the door.
Let's see. Well, once you pulled it in, you either had to climb out of the sunroof
Right.
or
Yeah.
be half the size of me.
There you go. Yeah.
And for the people who have met me, that's pretty tiny.
Yeah, I would say so.
See, what he's trying to say is I couldn't actually walk into the garage at all. Oh, congratulations, Mr. Tin Man, on
On?
your on the prenuptials for your brother-in-law.
Oh, yes. For those of you who know Eric, my brother-in-law, he got engaged over the weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, to a very lovely young lady.
Tracy's awesome.
Eric
Yes.
got engaged to that lady that was at a. Yeah.
Well, everybody's just
I remember.
having life events. Huh?
Yeah.
It was funny. The first date they went on
Yep.
was Kate's funeral.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, okay.
If that doesn't test the relationship, then nothing will.
So do they meet at the?
No,
Okay.
no,
It
they
wasn't like a
had been
wedding.
speaking for quite a while.
I had a cousin who got engaged that way.
It's an exciting experiment in the land of folly.
Which, in knowing my brother-in-law, it's fitting that's his first date with her.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I will be definitely coming over to the Matt Cave when I get ready to paint this thing.
Okay.
'Cause I don't think I want to even attempt to brush paint this thing.
Gotcha.
And I
Well, the
need to
cool
get
thing
to
about it
knowing
is
how
now
to use it.
we're not hampered
that?
by the weather anymore.
I remember when Emily came over that night that I came over for the one episode, and she was just in that other room playing on her thing, and you walked in there, you look around, and she's all bundled up.
Yep.
Oh, I know you probably guys already know about these, but I just found out about them. I found sandpaper sponges, sanding sponges, all the way up to 220 at Lowe's,
Ooh.
Oh.
and they were only like I bought a 60 grit, and this is a 120. It's funny, I'm using the 120 to do the sanding on the models. I use the 60 grit to sand on my feet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it because the sponge forms into those tight little corners.
On your feet or on the model?
On the model, there aren't any small corners on my feet. Let's go this route. I wear a 6E shoe.
Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't even make it.
And I have super flat feet. So, like, you know, my favorite pose is when I'm running in the woods doing this and they're trying to take photographs of me in Yosemite. I am the original Bigfoot. Oh, I love this model. What's really cool, this is when I was a little kid, this was the first model that my mom and dad got me, was an SR-71.
Nice.
Wow.
I don't remember the manufacturer, because, I mean, I was only like 8 or 9 at the time.
Testers probably or something.
Or Ravel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she bought it at, let's date it, she bought it at Ben Franklin.
The airport?
That used to be a 5 and dime store called Ben Franklin's 5 and Dime. There's only one I know is that if it's still even open is in Eureka, Missouri.
Nope.
Oh, I thought you meant they bought it at his house because he was still alive.
Gosh, that was really funny.
Gavin is on fire tonight. What's up with
He
that?
is,
Holy
I
cow,
love
man! You got the zingers
Sleep,
tonight.
that's why.
Yeah, I'm deprived, and I'm trying to get.
He's running on fumes after all that baby stuff.
Give that man a kid.
No kidding.
I was at Beale Air Force Base when I was in the Air Force, and that's where the SR-71 is for the West Coast. U-2 as well.
The YouTube's awesome.
Was that you, Chris? You were in the Air
Yeah.
Force? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 8 years.
So it was. So was I. Not 8 years though.
Oh, okay. How long were you in?
About 3.5.
Gosh.
This is the early 70s. They were trying to get rid of people.
Yeah.
Where I was at, yeah. I took the early out.
I was 85 to 90.
Oh, yeah, okay. You were in a good Air Force. You were in the good Air Force.
Yeah, so I was at Mather, but we'd go up to Beale to get parts. Beale had the SR-71.
So did you work on that?
No. I was in comm squadron, like radar, radio, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was avionics nav.
Yeah.
So you worked around those things?
I mean, I'd go up to Beale to get parts for stuff, and we'd be on the runway right next to them. I mean, they were sitting right there.
And you got to hear the start cart fire up?
Oh, yeah. I see the gas leaking all over the ground when they would start up. And then they would do touch and goes at Mather, so they would fly from Beale to Mather, which was, like a 45-minute drive, but probably like 2 minutes of flight for an SR-71. But
Yeah.
It goes up, it goes down.
I didn't know they got out to Mather. I thought they were strictly Beale or Kadena.
no, they would go from Beale to Mather just to do, like I said, touch and goes and stuff. But U-2 as well. There was U-2. There were more U-2s than SR-71s. They were phasing SR-71 out back then.
But still, you got up close and personal with them. That's cool.
Yeah. On the tarmac with them, I mean, if you want to call it that.
That's close enough.
Yeah. We helped them do their flight checks and stuff at Yale, so.
And you got to hear that start cart fire up. Man.
Yeah, which is basically a F4 engine inside or something like that.
So you guys know about the start cart on the SR-71?
Yeah, there's a kit of it.
So it's twin Buicks. They fire them up and they get them running at about 5,000 RPM. And that's what they use to start the SR-71. There's a couple of videos on YouTube, but you know, I've never heard it in person. Chris has. But the way they describe it, I mean, I've been around engines fired up like that, so I can imagine what it must have sounded like in real life.
One of my roommates in the dorm in the barracks was in age, which is the people that take care of those cars. He was an age guy. Aerospace ground equipment or whatever the hell that job is called.
That's it. That's right. You're right.
Basically, yellow boxes with engines in them that start jets. And keep them cool, too. They air condition some planes.
Yeah. It was... There's something to listen to.
So where'd you go to tech school at?
Keesler?
I was at Chanute and Keesler at different times.
Yeah. Yeah, Chanute. Yeah, that was...
Electronics, weather equipment, crap.
Yeah.
Keesler for TACAN, ILS.
Yeah, 85. So I was working on stuff that was obsolete in 1950.
Yeah, a lot of my
I
crap.
was out at Peterson Field out by Colorado Springs.
Yeah. I wanted to go there, but.
Oh no! You didn't know. That was a retirement base, and I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
That's where you know, there were more chief master sergeants. You could swing a cat and hit 4 or 5 chief master sergeants, and there was nobody in between airman first class and master sergeant. There was a couple of staff sergeants, but that's where a lot of the Air Force people went to retire, and you can imagine what that was like.
My first 4 years was that I was in a combat communication squadron, so I was stationed at Fort Benning.
Oh,
Which told us.
that
That
sounds
was
like
my
good.
feel all the time with the Army. And then I went to Mesa. Not too late.
Yeah, they shut that down, didn't they?
They did, because McClellan was right there too. So you have McClellan and Buell there all in one area.
Okay.
And McClellan and Mather are shut down. It's a FedEx.
Yeah.
Then you have
Every-
Travis,
Yeah.
a half hour away too.
Started creating all those joint base things.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I was at the point where, you know, if you enlist past 8 years, you might as well stay 20.
Yeah.
It just made me sorry.
Good for you.
Thank you
It's
for
awesome,
both
man.
serving.
Look at this for a modern kit.
Holy crime and Netley. That's
Oh
the 35?
no!
Supposed
Oh, that's not too
Quack,
bad. It's
quack. That's
like,
Airfix.
like look at the gaps.
Airfix. Wow.
That's what. So what they do is they outsource their cheap kits to India. This is Airfix. So there's all this warpage across the whole length of the fuselage, and you've got to basically use clothes pegs to keep your thing together while it's drying. Crazy.
It's Pac-Man.
Holy
Yeah, that would be irritating.
I'm
So-
like,
Got the
Yeah,
spray
see-
too hot. That would make me stop wanting to build it.
yeah, I had to check I actually built the nose properly. I'm like, what the hell?
Couldn't
Am I that much of a
Pelican.
beginner that I got that wrong?
could you just take a hair dryer or something, heat up the plastic, and move it down?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. It's super weird. The whole thing's weird. Like they tried to minimize the parts, but there's all this warpage now. Anyway.
That's the reason why as soon as somebody gets in office, he's canceling the F-35's contracts here in the States.
Even Airfix couldn't get it right.
Well, okay, so this kind of begs a question. You mentioned they farmed it out to India.
Yeah.
Is there a difference in kits that you guys get in Australia versus the kits that we get here in the United States? You guys know that?
No, very few of the kits are still made in England. Most of them are popped in India, outsourced.
So there's a good chance that we could get that kit here in the United States and have the same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They came out of the same batch. I mean, if they were pulling them out of the mold before they had the proper amount of time to cool, and they all worked, you know. I mean, if you do a slow rate, 150 pressings an hour, you know.
Yeah. Or their
hours,
cooling
yeah.
system wasn't working. Yeah.
Well, I mean, have you guys ever had a really great Airfix kit?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Let's see. Their Hurricane was pretty good.
Yeah,
172nd or 148.
I think I gave you for your exchange a 172nd B25 that didn't look bad.
Right.
I build it.
I still have it. It kind of scares them.
Yeah. I didn't want the scale. I wanted a 148, and that's why. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to build it, so it went to a good place. So.
I don't know if George's got enough paper or clothespins.
Yeah, I think their newer stuff is better, but I guess not. We gotta have
Never have too many clamps.
George, you need to invest in some more clamps, man. There's a meme for this somewhere.
Yeah, there is.
This is how they build the real F-35.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, absolutely. They do a lot of clamping and stuff.
Take that, Boeing.
Well, back in the day,
Is there-
I was Donald Douglas when they were making F4s, and so when they're putting the sheet metal on, they've got all these. I can't remember what they're called, but they're little pins that you put in, you turn it, and it holds the metal and the frame together while you can rivet it.
Yeah.
And they had thousands of those. I walked by one time, and that whole side fuselage had nothing but those pins stuck in it coming out.
They're
And
not
I'm like, it
copper,
looked like a
but I know what
voodoo
you're talking about.
Have they put a model out yet for the Aurora?
A hypothetical one.
fictitious spy plane.
That's the one that's replacing the SR-71.
Oh,
It's
you
like
mean that paperware?
Twice as fast as the SR-71. Because it uses a pulse scramjet.
I think that's still just pie in the sky.
Well, it's flying.
What? No. Where'd you see this at?
Hold on. Ironically, since I am just clipping and sanding parts, I can actually get to my laptop. My
Look
keyboard.
at George's airplane, man. That is so cool.
That is. It's turned it into a
That's a
UFO.
necessary.
Hey,
That's a necessary
he
evil.
should submit it to a show like that.
He's got to photograph that and post that on the page.
Yeah.
Should go to
An abstract
Airfix
piece.
Museum.
It's
I
the.
realized I was muted. I was just saying I'm going to post it to Airfix's website. This is we're going to start a set coming together fine.
Well, you need a before and after picture, with the duck look, with that open. Oh, there's a bird that looks like that, a cartoon bird.
Man, it's a very organic
You can
looking
put
crazy belly on these F-35s. Hey,
you can put a caption that's the optional Airfix clamping kit.
Yeah. And it's optional. That's right.
oh, that's what we need. Modeling with the mats, clothespins, clothes pegs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
So how much did that kit set you back?
I bought it with a Lancaster. Like it came in this double set.
Yeah,
So this thing was, I think, $80 Australian, which is
that's very
about
close to American. Yeah. that's
2/3 of that's American.
Oh, really?
Like 50 bucks.
50.
50 -ish. Yeah.
I thought we were closer to a 1-to-1 with Australia.
We're 2/3. We're 60 cents, 66 cents to $1.
Okay. Oh, that's metric. That's kilometers to miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Future George, do you belong to like a club down there?
No, I've been wanting to join. I've been to IPMS meets and shows, just looking from afar. But hopefully in the years to come, next couple of years, I'll join.
Where are you at in Australia?
I'm in New South Wales, which is kind of near Sydney. Sydney's in New South Wales. It's the main, most populated state in Australia.
I listen to On the Bench a lot.
Yeah.
Those guys, they're great.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool and YouTube channels as well. Various Aussies getting out there and doing their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those guys on the bench talk
What's
about
that?
clubs as New Queens, or I don't know. I forget the names of the places, but
It's a big country. It's kind of like,
yeah.
yeah, and we've probably like less than a tenth of the population of the states, or even less, way less.
A lot of stuff out there that can hurt you, George. You got those big spiders that crawl in your shoes.
Yeah,
Got those
Oh,
round
God.
snakes.
everything. Except we don't
I
have,
think
the right to your arms. That's the problem.
Got the
Yeah,
brown
right.
snake, Indio snake.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Ooh, saltwater
British snake.
crocodile.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Don't you guys like have the Indian, the
And you just had
Taipan
that
too?
lizard in your
Yeah, taipan.
or whatever.
We're probably in the top 10 deadliest snakes in the world. Like most of the list would be Australian.
Yeah. Spiders.
Rather not know.
It actually is. The entire list is Australia and North Africa.
Yeah.
Not North Africa. Central Africa. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Central America's got a couple of good ones.
Yeah.
That's true.
We're lucky the country's so big, and we just live near the edges, coastlines, and they don't get out here too much. So it's all good.
So what do we learn from all these deadly creatures? Don't go to anyone with the word South Central.
Then when you go out to the water, you get the great whites, right?
Hey Gavin, that kind of applies to St. Louis. You go to North St. Louis or South St. Louis.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
Central
and
Texas
behalf of-
Johnnies.
On behalf of Illinois, we're sorry about East St. Louis.
That's a bright shining star in Illinois. What are you talking about?
I mean,
That's
we
wrong
pay
with
for it, but we really can't.
Oh, he's actually going to start gluing it up. Oh, man.
Because we are on YouTube, I can say they make it up by, let's see, the tax money they receive from the clubs that are on the east side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was driving up there on 64 a couple years ago. I'd just gotten past Scott Air Force Base. And coming up on this overpass, and in the right lane, there's a striker, an M1128 striker, and he gets off of the off-ramp into East St. Louis.
Wow.
And this thing's running 40, 45 miles an hour, tires just singing. There's a dude hanging out the top, just chilling,
Yeah.
on
I bet you
64.
you get hurt.
But did it have a 50 on top?
Yes, it did. It had a 50.
Was he heading to Mississippi Street?
I don't know. It's whatever exit. It just sign says East St. Louis.
Route 3.
I know. I've been up there. 3. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
So Route 3, when you get into East St. Louis proper on your guys' side of the river, there's a street called Mississippi. And I don't know if it's street or avenue, but that's where the projects is in East St. Louis.
Yeah.
Because when I worked for Spectrum as their repo guy, I would have to go into those projects to recover Spectrum equipment.
Yeah.
And it was...
You mean like modems?
bad.
You mean like
What's
modems?
that?
You mean like
Modems,
modems?
television receivers, routers, you know,
Yeah,
all that
that's
stuff.
change. They're putting your life at risk for something like that.
Well, I mean,
I
most
was
people don't
doing
even
that
buy
job.
them.
I was making $400 a day
Damn.
Yeah, well.
because you got $5 for a modem and $5 for a router, $10 for a television receiver. Average home has 3 receivers. I could hit a house, you know, depending on where I had my book planned. You know, I can hit 20 houses to 15 houses in an hour.
You didn't get pushback?
Oh yes, don't get me wrong. But like my favorite days when I would always go to East St. Louis on Saturday morning, right when I'm allowed to do it, because we couldn't do any recoveries till after 9 a.m.
Gotcha.
Because we had to follow the FDCPA rules. You knock on a door on a Saturday morning, they were partying Friday night.
Yeah.
All they wanted to do is give you your equipment and go back to bed.
Man, I would have never done this job.
But it is the reason why I ended up working in the call center, because I got sick of getting chased by dogs and falling down ladders.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I would think that would be the least of your worries. Chased by gun bullets was
You know, in all the time I had been working there, I was never shot at. I was in Brooklyn, Illinois, and someone shot in the vicinity. But, you know, I heard a gunshot in the vicinity, but it wasn't directed at me.
Well, that was, what, 5 years ago or so? How long ago was that?
Oh, easy 10.
Okay. Yeah. Wonder what it's
Just
like
after
today.
Ferguson. Well, actually, during Ferguson.
Yeah, okay.
That's a sad situation, man.
You got some wheels on.
Hey!
Nice.
So,
Wow.
so that's the factory chrome wheel, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the super tiny Brembo decals I put on the brake caliper.
Weird.
That F-35 looks like a flower.
Porcupine.
It's Fat Amy getting treatment.
Having a beauty treatment.
That's what she puts on the plane so that you can pick it up on radar. Otherwise, they can't. The air traffic controllers
Yeah.
can't.
Getting nip and tuck.
Yeah,
Nip it tuck.
they pull it off on a real mission.
See, we're just gonna pin this back, okay? You'll never notice it.
Yeah. Radar absorbent pegs.
Isn't Australia buying it too?
Yeah, we got them. Yeah, we got them. We don't have this one, the VTOL or they call it VSTOL version. We got the. I don't know if it's the A or the B.
The A
It's
something.
the
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, I got. What's this one? This is the B. Yeah, this is the British version.
VTOL is B, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
A
can
is
look
the
up.
Air Force version. C is the Navy.
Yeah, the A is conventional. The B is V-stall. You know, it's got the lift fan.
There's more
And then the
A's.
C is the Navy. The C's got bigger wings than all of them.
Right, but there's more A's out there because the Air Force has had it longer than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Air Force has had it 8 or 9 years already.
Yeah.
2017.
They're ordering the most too, right?
The 35, Air Force had the 35 for 8 years?
Just
Yeah,
about.
they've had it since like 2017.
Well, okay, there's probably, what, 2 or 3 years of certification, though, right? Or 2 years? Okay, well,
I
still.
mean, that's when officially. Let me look it up. I might be just spouting, but I'm pretty sure.
I thought the A's been around for a while, and then the B's slowly came to the Marine Corps, and I think they have their. Did they just get rid of their last Harriers?
They've just got a couple still, I believe.
So we've
Just
got
a
the A.
couple. and
Oh,
they're
okay.
fixing to rotate back.
I think 72 A's for us is the
Oh, that's a lot.
project. Yeah. I think of them as the flying
Germans are
USB
getting
stick.
it.
I think it's, sorry, I was just going to say, I think of them as the flying USB stick, because to be connected with the US, you got to have a USB stick
Yeah.
Oh,
plug into their whole system. That's how it works.
oh, you like the downlink or whatever?
Yeah, the whole AWACS system or whatever, data link.
Well, no security issues there.
No.
Here's a spare one in case that one dies in the middle of flight.
Here, I'll read this.
Where'd you get that USB stick? Well, I found it on the floor of the BX.
Here, I'll read this off to you. And it says, the F-35A and the F-35B were cleared for basic flight training in early 2012. So it was after all the operational testing, that was basic flight training. They started training pilots.
Right.
The same year, in November, the Marine Corps received the first 35B to VMFA 121 at Yuma. And the Marine Corps declared initial operating capability for the F-35B on 31st July 2015. So that means they have
Yeah.
that means they have at least one squadron fully ready to deploy, go aboard the boat.
9 years ago.
The first F-35B deployment occurred in 2017 at Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Japan.
What about Air Force?
Air Force F-35A achieved initial operating capability at the 34th Fighter Squadron at Hill Air Force Base, 2nd August 2016.
Huh. Let's
Does
say
it have
Air-
numbers? Like how many Air Force is getting, how many, you know? So I thought the Air Force is getting like 1,800 of them.
Yeah, Air Force got a lot. Let's see here.
Man,
United States Air Force 302 delivered with 1,763 F-35As planned.
how many planned?
1,763.
Wow. Good. Thank you.
And then the Marine Corps has 112 delivered with 353 F-35Bs and 67 F-35Cs. The Marine Corps uses both the B and the C. They use the Bs for the, straight deck
Smaller carriers,
amphibious assault ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll use the Cs operating on the super carriers with the Navy when they integrate.
Probably get rid of F-18s when we do that.
The U.S. Navy has 30 delivered with 273 F-35Cs planned. Those numbers seem a little low. When was that? That's from 2021, so that's a few
Yeah,
years
the
old.
seat was a long time coming too. It was the last one to jump
Yeah.
out.
Man.
But Canada's going to get them.
They finally
Um,
capitulated.
Canada's going to get them. The Czech Air Force has been cleared for them.
Wow.
Finland's going to get 64 of them.
Britain, how many have they? They have one of 2 carriers.
Germany's going to get 35 of them to replace Tornadoes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Greece is getting some. Poland's getting some. Romania, Singapore, Switzerland. Anybody who's anybody is ordering these airplanes, and it's basically going to be the NATO standard for the next probably 35, 40, 50 years.
It'll be like the Phantom. They'll end up building 5,000 of them before the end of the life of the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that sounds like they got 5,000 on order already through various units. Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Japan.
oh, by the way, China's got them too. Have you seen their 35 version?
Yeah, they're on the Timu at Amy.
AliExpress.
That's it.
That's
we're
another
getting,
one. That's
we're
just
getting
the safety stuff, though.
Yeah, we're getting Apaches too, like the E's, because we had problems with helicopter called a Taipan. And we had Tigers. We had the old Eurocopter Tiger for a while as a scout helicopter, but now they've committed to Apaches. I don't know how many we're getting.
I know the Japanese are planning to take theirs out of service, the
Wow.
Apaches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
What are they going to replace them with?
Nothing. They're just disbanding the squadrons.
Wow.
Why? Do they say
Yeah,
why?
it
I
is
don't
kind of
remember
a ground-
why.
It is a kind of a ground force aircraft, so.
It's really the Apache and the whole attack helicopter concept
Right.
really requires something like NATO, like a combined arms offensive
Yes.
to war.
Yes.
That's all it is. It's just a contribution to the war effort. Like, we can't function without you guys. Like, I think we're getting 29 Apaches. That's nothing. But they'll join the force. They'll join the fight. So
Yeah.
I read that Australia's buying Seawolf submarine, or not Seawolf, Virginia class. So.
yeah, that's long term though. I think they've got like
Oh, that's
14
cool.
or something. Yeah. Well, they're gonna get whole months. Yeah, we don't know. So,
Wow. Really? So that will be the first U.S. sub to go
yeah.
international then.
We're gonna buy
First
build
nuclear one anyway.
Well, it puts pressure on China. I mean, it's just more. I mean, I think submarines are probably one of the best things we have against them. I mean, technology-wise, way ahead in that.
Well, now that they got these hypersonic things, jeez.
Like their navy out in a week between Australia and U.S. Get the British subs over there.
We've just got a big base that's opened up north. It's dedicated now to the Marines, I think, up in Darwin.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of free-stage equipment there. That's what I read.
Yeah.
In case we get into a war with China.
It's all happening. I mean, you need you need to be close by to anything that happens.
Well, it's money for your country. Citizens, jobs and stuff, probably.
Yeah.
The submarine, the nuclear submarine. Everybody talks about how the aircraft carrier killed the battleship, and to an extent, yes. But really, what replaced the battleship's role, besides shore bombardment, is the nuclear attack submarine. And you think, look at how they name them now. All the battleships used to get named after states, and now all the submarines are named after states. So what does that tell you? Because there are certain criteria.
You like naming ships after states.
There are certain criteria to what ships get named what. Like it used to be before the super carriers. Carriers got named after battles. Battleships got named after states. Cruisers got named after major cities and states.
Yeah.
But now the whole thing's been upended. Carriers are now named after presidents and famous people in naval history. And the submarines are named after states. And the Ticonderoga class cruisers were all named after battles. So
Yeah.
When are we gonna get a USS Donald Trump?
Soon.
That'll be the
Oh,
next
it's gonna be
aircraft
huge.
carrier class.
huge. It's gonna be so huge.
It's gonna be the greatest aircraft carrier in the world.
It'll win so much to be tired of winning with it.
Well, if you build ships,
Hello,
you
guys.
do trumpeter.
It's a
flight
very big boat. I walked on it and said, "Wow, what a big boat!"
It's bigger than anything you've ever seen. So I guess that will be the next aircraft carrier class. Will be the Donald F. Trump, because one aircraft carrier is not big enough for Donald Trump.
Trump nation talking about if he had an aircraft
It'll be
carrier.
two Ford-class carriers in catamaran style.
Oh, and the Trump.
With a golf course in between them.
Yeah.
It has to be so big that the 747 has to be able to land on it.
There you go.
Yeah, it has to take Air Force One.
That's it. Yeah.
We'll do the back 9.
Yeah. Oh, floating golf course. That's what we need.
What would be the handicap on that?
It keeps reminding me of that scene from Down Periscope
Yeah.
where Kelsey Grammer's
Yeah.
shooting shots off of his submarine.
Down
Seeing if he gained
Periscope.
it on the green.
Yeah.
I like that movie. I know it didn't do well, but it's really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was great. You can't go wrong with Rip Torn.
Yeah, and Harlan Williams,
Oh yeah.
he was like the radar guy or whatever.
There's this new show
It's
on
okay, I
Netflix.
won't do it too heavy.
There's a new
You know,
show
you
on
mentioned
Netflix called Black Doves. That's pretty good. When you started watching it,
Black Doves? I gotta check that
it
out.
just came out. I didn't know anything about it. I've watched like 2 of the 6 episodes.
Corey, you had to mention Rip Torn. You know, some things get stuck in your mind when something like
Intergalactic beggar.
when you first see somebody. Well, I will never forget the phrase, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball.
You can dodge traffic.
I'm telling you.
Dip, dodge, dive, and dodge.
Dodge,
That's
dive,
right.
and
The
Man,
the
that-
American Dodgeball Association of America.
I've watched a lot of Rip Torn movies, but I tell you what, Dodgeball was just that.
He was-
Anybody mentions Rip Torn, I think of dodging wrenches.
he was one of the main characters in Larry Sanders' show,
Yeah,
if you remember that show.
vaguely.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
right, he was in there.
Yeah, look,
Huh.
Speaking of cars, did you guys see that guy, the YouTube channel, CW Lemoyne?
Yeah, oh yeah.
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 Hoover.
Did you,
Yeah.
Mover, did you see his new car, the Corvette?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
watch. I think it's not sure if it's his latest video, but he goes into a showroom and drives home with it. Epic.
Yeah.
I won't give it away. I won't tell
He
you.
writes books too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Has anybody read any of them?
Wow, that's great. Look at the dash. The autofocus.
Wow, look at that. That's
Yeah.
looking good, Matt.
all decals.
Wow.
The hell is
Wow.
super.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Then the mighty.
And you're doing them live on cam right now?
Yeah, they're not that bad.
You
Okay.
should see the look on Matt's face. That'll be a rewind. Yeah, there you go.
The only ones that suck are stripes. Stripes suck because they never lay down flat. They always want to curl.
Has anybody read any of Hoover's books?
No.
No.
I have not.
What the hell is
I was
this?
wondering if they're any good.
Well, they're drive a Corvette off the showroom floor good.
Yeah, they are.
So
Yeah.
he's not making a lot of money on YouTube. He's getting it from his writing.
There's pinch.
Yeah.
He's
Not
a
sure
former
what
fighter pilot. He flew, I think, F-18s and F-16s.
Yeah, he was Navy and Air Force.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Gronky was there? No, I thought. Well, yeah, right. Okay.
So he flew both.
Yes. Gronky
He just retired.
is. Pardon?
I said he just retired. He had a show where he did his last T-28 flight.
Yeah.
They were downsizing his unit. So.
I think he was saying this is his 8th Corvette.
Wow.
So
It's the whole firepower thing, right?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
So how's that going, George?
Oh, it's all glued. I just have to wait now. I don't want to put anything else on it until it's dry. I think I'll leave it. Yeah.
Now, did the seams completely come together, or do you still have some gaps in there?
There's a few gaps, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The warpage is, the pegs are for the warpage, and it's all closed up. And yeah,
So a little seam sealer will be all you need.
yeah. I don't even think that. It's not too bad of a kit. I just need to sand off some, styrene bubbles. You know how it oozes out when it's all
Yeah.
beading from the styrene. Other than that, it's pretty good. It looks like it's the right shape.
Good.
Profile's all good. Yeah. But this is I think this is step 3 in the instructions. So like no section and the cross members inside the fuselage, and then you put the thing together. That's how quick the build is.
What about the
But-
cockpit?
Oh, the cockpit's kind of molded in. I think you add a seat.
Oh.
It's all.
I'll be darned. So
Yeah.
how do you paint that cockpit? That's going to be that's an interesting.
Oh, horrible. Yeah, you just spray it. Maybe you just do some dry brush and done.
Well, with the F-35, I mean, you can smoke the cockpit, right? Some of them have smoked cockpits.
That's a good point. Probably do that.
So they use hickory or do they use mesquite?
Applewood.
Applewood. There you go.
Applewood, because it's obsolete the next year.
All right, Matt. Well, I'm done for the evening. I can't do any more till stuff dries.
All right. Yeah, it's after 10, so we'll get off the YouTube. So,
Yeah.
but all right, everybody. Thanks for watching. For our short little truncated 180th episode. So, next week it looks like it's going to be our last week, I do believe. Before, because Christmas is the following week, and New Year's is the week after that on Wednesday. So, remember, new group build starts December 26th. Legendary. If you think it's legendary, you can build it. Take a picture of it before it started, and then start working on it after the 26th. So, and then that's what we got going on. So, thank you guys for joining us. And as always, I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
And this has been Mod with the Mats. Model on. See you, YouTube.